going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have a pretty exciting video planned for today. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of my 2020 desk setup. I do tend to get some compliments on my desk setup across things like Instagram and Facebook and things like that. So I decided to go ahead and do a walkthrough video of that and talk about some of the things that I use on a daily basis, as well as post some links below in the description as to where you can get some of those things. Some of those are affiliate links through Amazon and things like that. Without stalling any further though, I'll get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is my laptop. So my laptop is a 15-inch Predator Helios from Acer. It's been a pretty spectacular laptop. I've used it for about 2 years now. I'm running Linux on it. I use Pop! OS 20.04. Runs very well on it and I like it a lot. I do think that whenever I upgrade again, I'm looking at going back to like a MacBook Pro. I've had one in the past and I really liked it. So I'm considering that jump back whenever it comes time to upgrade again. So the next big ticket item is my monitor setup. So I use a 27-inch Asus monitor in portrait mode. This was originally my primary monitor until I recently got the other monitor next to it there, which is a 34-inch ultra wide from LG. This has been a really awesome monitor so far and I really like the new setup. It's been great for productivity. I did look into the 49-inch monitor options prior to buying the 34-inch ultra wide, and personally there's a little bit more benefit to me to keep the dual screen setup, especially with the portrait mode, because I do a lot of coding and software development, and I like having the extra vertical space for large amounts of text. So personally it just made more sense to me to go with this setup. So holding up my monitors are two separate monitor arms that I got from Amazon. They are made by Amazon Basics and they were close to $30 a piece. They have been fairly great so far. My only real complaint is that these monitor arms are supposed to support up to 22 or 23 pounds. My heaviest monitor I believe is close to like 17-18 pounds, so they do hold my monitors just fine. My only real complaint is that if I fully extend the monitor arms, the weight of the monitors will sort of cause the arm to droop a little bit, and so my monitor kind of starts to lean to the side, and that's just quite bothersome. I guess I can't complain too much as I bought like a $30 monitor arm, so I just tend to not keep the arm fully extended and it tends to work out fine. Eventually I'll probably upgrade these to something a little sturdier. I just needed a short-term solution and this is what I came across, so it's worked out pretty well so far. One of my other items that gets a lot of attention, probably the first thing anybody ever asks about whenever they see my desk, is my keyboard. I actually have a whole video on this that goes into greater detail and I'll link that up in the top here somewhere. But yeah, just to keep it short, my keyboard is a Lily 58 Pro. It is a custom build. I built it myself. And if you want to know more on the details and specs of that and where to get parts and things like that, go ahead and check out my other video that talks specifically just about my keyboard. And moving on over, we have my mouse. It is a Corsair M65 Pro. You can pick one of these up for probably 50 to 60 bucks, I think it was, at Best Buy. It has a built-in weight system. It has 3 additional weights that basically screw into the base of the mouse on the bottom side, which can either be removed or added to adjust the weight. Personally, I keep all of the 3 counterweights in it because I like the heavy feel. It feels sturdy and smooth, and I tend to like it more that way. My desk itself is actually made up of things that I bought from IKEA. So the tabletop itself is the Girton tabletop. It's made out of real wood. It's very heavy. It's sturdy. It's definitely the best tabletop that I've ever had, and I would highly recommend it to anybody looking to piece together a desk from IKEA. I'm pretty sure that they still sell it. If not, I'm sure they sell fairly similar ones. The legs are another piece from IKEA that was called the Oddvald. You can pick those up. I think they're like 30 bucks a piece, fairly inexpensive, and the tabletop was $100. So the speakers that I have, I actually just got recently as well. I got these to replace my old speaker set that was going out. These are Logitech Z533s. They're about $100 on Amazon. For the price, they're actually pretty great in quality. The sound is great, the bass is good, and I would recommend these as a great option for speakers in that price point. I definitely didn't want to really break the bank on it. I just needed something to replace the terrible speakers I had at the time, and these were a viable option after reading some reviews and things like that, and they've been great so far. I do also have this little USB hub that I picked up from Amazon. It's got 4 USB slots, and each one has its own individual power button to basically turn on and off whatever device is plugged into that slot. And it was like $7 on Amazon, and it's been really convenient for expanding my USB ports and being able to turn on and off things like my microphone and my webcam and things like that. So now that I don't have to use my laptop display anymore, I keep my laptop in this vertical stand here behind my monitors, which is made by Jarlink. I picked this up from Amazon as well, and it's been great so far. It's very sturdy. It has basically like screws in the bottom that you can lock the size into place. It's adjustable. It's definitely not going anywhere. It's pretty sturdy. It's got some weight to it, so it's definitely a pretty solid option for vertical laptop stands. My desk mat is actually from Novel Keys. They do sell a lot of keyboard and desk mat options. Typically their desk mats are sold out pretty frequently because they're a popular item, and Novel Keys is a fairly small business, but you can definitely check them out for some desk mat options. They tend to cycle in new designs and things like that fairly frequently, so feel free to check them out too. My microphone is made by, I believe, a Chinese company. I think they were pronounced Mayono or something along the lines of that. Anyway, the link's in the description. You decide for yourself. But yeah, this is from Amazon as well. Fairly inexpensive microphone, but it's actually very sturdy, and the audio quality is excellent so far. That's actually what I'm using right now, as you can see. But yeah, it's less than $100, and the audio quality is great for the price point. So I would highly recommend it if you guys are looking for an audio solution and need a cheap microphone or something like that to get started with. It's definitely a viable option. So my webcam is a nice 1080p webcam from Aukey. It's also from Amazon, and I just needed a nice upgrade, since for Hack Reactor I'm going to be having to do Zoom calls and things like that, and my laptop is also no longer out since I don't use the display for that, but it had a pretty terrible webcam anyways, so it was just a nice little quality upgrade. I will say it's not up to par with some of the $200 or $300 webcams out there, but I didn't want to spend anything towards that price range as far as webcams go at this point in time, so this was a nice solution for me. It had some good reviews, and after watching a couple YouTube videos on it, it seemed like a good option. I have this nice little desk plant here in the corner of my desk. Don't ask me where I got it. Actually, it was kind of my wife's, I think, and I took it and just put it there. It adds a nice little splash of color to my desk setup, since everything else is either wood or black color, and against the black walls that I have in here, I thought it would be nice to have a little splash of color, and it turned out really well. And I can't forget my little desk pet here, little shark. This is Sammy. He's actually from the DigitalOcean website. They have a little merch store on their website, and this is their little mascot, Sammy the shark. And the last thing, since I'm sure somebody's probably going to ask at some point, the lamp that I have in the corner here is I think it's from like Project 66 is the line or something like that. I don't know. It's actually from Target. They're not too expensive, but it's a nice light. It has touch sensitive buttons on it, and it just lights the corner really well. I like the nice ambient light that it gives to the room, and just definitely check those out. Obviously I don't have a link for this since I got it at Target, but they definitely have a lot of nice lighting options that you can find there. Alright guys, well I think that pretty much wraps up my desk tour for my 2020 setup that I currently have. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like the video to help with the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested in the content that I put out, please feel free to check out some of my other videos and subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified whenever I post new videos. Until next time guys, I'm out.